Did you?
Mm-hmm. There it is. So, number 17 was Salsa Verde Doritos. 16 was Flamin' Hot Nacho. Screamin' Sriracha.
Ew.
Spicy Nacho Dorito. Jacked, which is ranch dipped hot wings.
I'd eat that.
Simply Organic White Cheddar Doritos.
Can get behind that.
Taco Flavor Doritos.
I don't like that one.
Ultimate Cheddar Dorito.
That one brings up questions.
Poppin' Jalapeno.
I like the poppin'.
Blaze Doritos.
I know their audience.
Blazing Buffalo Ranch Doritos.
Didn't we already have a ranch buffalo based one?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Flamas Doritos, which is like spicy with lime. Sweet, that's the purple one. Sweet spicy chili Doritos. Dinamitas Chile Limon Doritos.
I mean, that sounds fun.
Cool Ranch Doritos is number 3.
That's wrong.
Number 2 is nacho cheese.
That's wrong.
So then number 1, oh, how random, is Tapatio Doritos.
Ew.
I didn't know they made those. But what happened? Okay, so that's all in the U.S. It's every flavor in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And who is this? Who is this person? Why do they have voice and authority?
It was I was on
That's confusing.
Mashed.
Okay, they're a website.
Did they have the writer on there?
Oh wait, is this a different one? Oh wait, this is different. This is all 25. Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me go to the bottom. This one is on the recipe, and it says that this was from a blog, so I think this is what you're talking about.
Okay.
So number 5 was spicy nacho. Number 4 was salsa verde. 3 was spicy sweet chili, the purple one. Number 2 was Cool Ranch, and number 1 was nacho cheese.
Okay.
So that one seems a little more.
Yeah. Cool.
But 25, yeah, those are all legit flavors in the U.S.
Wow.
I think you have to like special order them.
That first list was only 17 though, so there must be 8 that we didn't hear, right?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
That's okay. We all know that nacho cheese is the best, and the other ones all sound like nonsense. Who would ever eat any of that?
There was one in there that was like just a little bit spicier version of the nacho cheese one that I was like, I could get into this. I imagine myself getting into
I would
it.
test myself with some poppin' jalapeno.
Toasted corn is one of them. It's just the
I've had
tortilla
those.
chip, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had those.
Ooh, black pepper jack nut Dorito. Let me saw sour cream and onion Dorito.
I'm down.
We're also going to do an intro for this episode.
Yeah, we do. And we'll just start with Senovia reading chips.
That's very funny.
We'd like do the faded of her.
Yeah.
So there was a bag where half of the chips in the bag were hot wings flavored. Half of the bag of the chips was blue cheese flavored.
Yeah. I ate those.
That was another one.
Was that one of the crowdsourced ones?
I don't think so. I don't think Doritos has done a crowdsourced one. I think it's only Lay's.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, maybe you're right.
They're the one that do like the chicken and waffle, steak and eggs.
They did the Thanksgiving dinner one that was Pringles. You remember that?
I don't remember that.
Pringles did this thing where they had a Thanksgiving dinner assortment. Like it came in a bunch of trays. So it was like, these ones are stuffing flavored. This is like mashed potato, turkey, ham,
It's like
gravy,
Willy Wonka.
and like cranberry and like pumpkin pie. And you were supposed to like put them in little stacks and eat them and be like, this isn't sad.
Ew. There was a Pizza Supreme Dorito. There's, oh god, what's this? What is this? X13D Flavor Experiment Dorito. It's just a black flavor. Or no, it's a black bag with no description of actual flavor. So you're just guessing at what it is.
Yeah. Doesn't say what the actual flavor is, just missed
The taste resembled a cheeseburger.
Ew.
So,
God.
just a cheeseburger.
It's amazing that we've taken science to the point where we can condense these flavors into a potato chip.
Yeah.
But it really is one of those.
You know?
Why?
I think I ate
That's
those.
gone too far.
I think I ate those Doritos and they taste like Whoppers from Burger King. And Whoppers taste like someone's trying to make something taste like a cheeseburger.
So, what you just heard was every Dorito flavor that you can find in the U.S. This is episode 7, right? 7?
7.
Yeah, of Patch Notes, the Homegames podcast. I'm Yazeed, along with Joseph and Senovia and JC. We did a double recording in the Echo Cavern this time.
So it's still December 1st.
So it is still December 1st, but we're decided to do a little bit more of a fun episode. Partially because we messed up the schedule, which I don't know if we're gonna cut from the last episode or not, but like we're talking about the schedule mix up.
I don't know. We can kind of leave it in. I like the whole transparency thing.
Yeah.
Let people know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit more of a fun, silly episode.
5% home games, 95% everything else. Kind of like the one that our episode 3, the Senovia special.
That was my favorite episode.
There you go. This will hopefully be your second favorite.
What if this is my new favorite?
That'd be impressive.
That's good too.
But I kind of like just to start on the home game stuff. I don't know if Joseph wanted to go over what he's gonna be doing in December, and then I was gonna kind of go over my 1 week, like this coming week, what I was planning on getting it done.
So now that I've kind of not quite handed off stuff, I've pushed to master. I had my player list branch, but that was way ahead of master, and master is the default branch of the thing, and there's really no there's no pull request coming soon, I guess, for any of this stuff, because it's all just changing. So I made the executive decision to just push to master. So that's what that is now. And so I've kind of handed that stuff off to Yazeed, and that's kind of what he's going to be doing for the month. And so I was looking at the word match game today and realized that it just looks boring, I guess. Like the colors and everything that's there is just very static. It's very still. There's no animation. There's no color. We don't have sprites in that one, but we could get them. But they're not there. So I think what I want to do is take word match and do things like flashing cursor animation for your text box, maybe some sort of animation happening just kind of always to make it feel like there's life happening on the screen instead of just a still image. So I'll be spending the month really just kind of cleaning up that stuff to see how presentable we can make something in this framework that we've built. How smooth the animations can be and what we can actually do with those animations and stuff like that. So that'll be what I'm doing on a separate branch in the meantime, while you guys kind of do whatever, or you do whatever with your game.
Okay, cool. That would be pretty nice, having like all that stuff taken care of.
Yeah. And then I don't really know about abstracting all that stuff out into the Homegames common to be able to build animations and all that kind of stuff nicely, or what that would actually look like. I'm just thinking about game dev videos I've seen in the past where it's like, well, here's a sprite and the animation is these 3 frames, so whatever for a hit of a sword or something. So the way I would do that now in my current thinking is set interval in the node server, set interval next frame of animation until the animation is complete, and each one sends an update, each one triggers a render so everybody sees the animation. But there's also another way where I can kind of encode the animation in some sort of way like I do an asset on the initial start of the game to basically tell the client, hey, here's a thing that I will reference later. And so then I say, hey, do thing. And so the animation is actually happening on the client, not the server telling it to change a frame or whatever. Mm-hmm. So there's 2 different ways to do it. Don't know how I want to do it yet, or the better way to do it, but that's what I'll be spending my time on. Not just smoking blunts like I proposed in a couple episodes ago.
Right on. And then just kind of like on my side of things, I was thinking like just a really simple version of Frogger maybe in the first, our square in the first week is just a colored square spawns in one location and an endpoint spawns in the other side, like the opposite end of the map. And you just have to kind of get across. So controls starting and an endpoint, so you can detect some collision. And then week 2, I was thinking about adding in the boundary to the space and then week 3 maybe the cars or like the obstacles that you need to get across, like the cars in the lane and like the alligators, whatever. And then week 4, the multiplayer side of it to decide at that point.
Seems like a multiplayer. I don't know. Just thinking about timing that we might actually not even hit enough time or have enough time to. We'll see.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like it might need to spill over into January, but I think having at least like something to show would be nice, especially because the games that we have made are games that are fairly static. Like there's not a lot of like minutia of the user controlling it, right? Like it's just either typing in words or just or slaps, which I think the user
you just see things and click and very very static.
So I think we'll probably run into some stuff while we're going through it. But yeah, I mean, if we can get it down for like one player on a map, I think then the next step would be like either doing multiplayer or doing the new maps. I think doing the multiplayer is the easiest one. So maybe adding a multiplayer and then the new maps. Like the levels, not maps. Like, right, because like as you finish the first level, then you go to the second level and you go to the third level. That's my thinking. That's my thought process.
You should write an algorithm that will dynamically create those. You should make No Man's Sky, but Frogger. That's a ton of work, but
No Man's.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. We might have to, unless someone wants to sit down and write like a progression of levels.
Yeah, well, that's like designing a game. I don't know if we want to do that.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I don't know. The thing is, I can design a level of Frogger. Can I design a level that you could beat in Frogger? Don't know. Maybe it'll be too easy. Maybe it'll be too hard.
Or it can just be the same layout, and then you add some variables like speed of the traffic, speed of the stuff.
That's usually how it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it just gets faster, like Space Invaders or whatever.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that's a way better approach.
I also don't. I'm not like. I want to emphasize that I don't have input here. I'm just giving you ideas, but I don't.
No, you should probably give input, or I'll just kind of like roll on into like the weeds or something. I'll just like lay on a hill and roll downhill. But yeah, that's a way better idea. I'll write that down.
Also, what about blocker? Instead of square, like blocker.
Oh, you know what? Well, a block is 3-dimensional.
No?
Yeah. Block is 3-dimensional.
Well, I mean, so is a frog, but it's top down. So it's 2D.
Right, but I'm not calling it frog, I'm calling it square because it's just gonna be a square.
Okay. Do you. Just square is not easy to say.
Well, that's kind of like why I like it.
Okay.
Like, well, for people who don't know, like Roger Federer is one of my favorite people, and his name is 30 or 50% ER. Like, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, because Roger has an ER and Federer has 2 ERs in it, 2 sets of ERs in it.
If that's where you want to go, then you go for it. Some guy's name is cool to you, so you want to do this.
He's my hero. Yeah, okay. That's kind of like my update on kind of like my thought process on breaking that down.
So this will be released in a week and a half, so that means like right now we are both knee deep in the trenches of Node.
Yeah.
Doing stuff.
I mean, in theory, starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
I probably won't have time today.
No, we're chilling heavy today. We're not going to work on anything. Hey, Homegames. Have you heard of it?
When was the last time you played Frogger?
2 weeks ago.
Was it for research?
Yeah, actually.
Does the frog die when it jumps into the water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is that?
There are alligators in the water.
But like, if you didn't run into one, couldn't the frog just swim?
Well, if in theory the alligators would eat the frog.
But don't you jump on alligators' backs?
Yeah.
When their mouths are closed, though, right? Don't they do that?
I think in more modern versions of Frogger, you had to like time it for their mouths to be open. But I think in the OG Frogger, you should jump on their backs, and if you missed and fell into the water, you'd die.
I just feel like a frog would be fine if it found the water.
Young alligators eat frogs.
I think this frog is pretty sizable. I mean, in comparison to things.
I mean, yeah, if you look at him in comparison to a car, like a semi-truck, he's approximately as long as a semi-truck is wide, which is enormous. Like, it's hilariously big for a frog.
I guess that's more reasonable then, because those alligators would be pretty big too.
Yeah.
It's probably too big to swim. The big frog.
I mean, a whale can swim, JC.
Yeah, but this is like an amphibian and not something made just for water. You get it though?
I have so many things that I want to disagree with you on, but I don't want this to be an amphibian lesson podcast.
Tell me about that. Though.
Amphibians need to be moist, but they can't survive underwater after they go through their metamorphosis. So like a salamander or like a frog has to maintain a certain level of moisture for their skin to exchange oxygen. And if they don't, they'll die. So if the frog falls underwater and can't swim, it'll die. But frogs are pretty much just like sacks of air. Like, really. So I think it would float fine still. Like the giant salamander is like specifically designed to chill at the bottom of a lake.
Frogs are good swimmers.
They're not good swimmers. They're okay swimmers though. They're better than people.
I don't know. Have you seen this guy swim?
I've never seen Joseph swim.
I don't swim.
I want to get scuba certified.
You know what you're not allowed to do 30 minutes before swimming? Eating. It's what we call a segue.
Very nice.
Oh my god, JC. Man, maybe you should host. I'm not here being an idiot, but maybe JC should host. Speaking of eating, we did talk about like what we wanted to do on this podcast, and we decided we're going to go with food opinions. I think the easiest one to start off with is just pizza's good.
Well, I think we had something we were talking about earlier that we cut off because we wanted to get it recorded, and JC told us his favorite sandwich as a kid was a mayonnaise sandwich. Were you just messing with us, or
No, that was real because I grew up like eating like I don't want to like trailer trash kind of meals, like frozen food and canned food, and like that was something I ate as a kid. Like,
do you eat this sandwich? Or
no, it was just like 2 pieces of Wonder Bread, some mayonnaise on each. Eat that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I remember like being happy and enjoying it.
Oh.
I'd probably be sad now if I ate one. But back then.
If you were to bite into this sandwich on your first bite, does mayonnaise flop out the back? Or
No, it's not like
it's not like a layer.
saturated, like it's just like it's a very light sandwich.
Like the way you butter toast?
Like, yeah, like if I put cucumber in there, it would be fancy. It would have been like a watercress, like fancy sandwich. But since it's doesn't have cucumber in it, I'm yellow trash.
Have you ever had one of these since then?
I eat once a week to remind me of my roots. No.
To humble yourself.
JC's face when he said that is the reason we need to do a video
I
podcast.
know, really though. That's what we should do next time we do it in person when I could put my camera up there and would record whoever's on the couch. It would just aim directly at JC.
I did take a picture of all the four of us with all this whole setup because it feels like a moment in Homegames history. It's the first one we've done with all of us in the room.
It is true. I'm stoked.
Yeah, it's cool.
Do you guys ever eat kids' cuisine?
Yeah.
We just talked about
I
this.
love kid cuisine.
That was another one that I ate all the time, and my grandma was like, "These are too expensive."
They're really expensive.
They
Yeah.
The
Hot
brownies
Pocket
are
is much more affordable.
Hot Pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The thing I do with Hot Pockets. This is a pro move. Senovia's shaking her head.
He puts he cuts it open. He
It's a
sticks a
no.
hot dog inside.
No,
it.
you're close. Like plan. I do hot nuggets.
I can handle JC. Oh my god.
No, but you take the edges off the Hot Pocket because the whole thing is that it's so hot. But if you microwave the thing and it's like inedible for a few minutes, and you know, let's say you're 13 and obese, you're trying to get it, so you go around the edges and you eat the whole edges of the thing, and then at that point you basically have a Hot Pocket sandwich. You just have the top and the bottom, quote, breads. You take that top off, you roll it. You roll it all up. It's got sauce on it. It's got ingredients on it. It's like a soft bread roll with the savory innards of the Hot Pocket. At this point, you now have a plank of bread and then a whole mess of at this point, warm, not scalding, burning hot ingredients. And you pick them off. You're just like, okay, well, there's sausages, and I want to eat the sausage. There's cheese in this. I'll leave that, stuff like that. But you pick out the big things. Finally, you're left with the base bread of the Hot Pocket. Yazeed looks terrified right now. And you roll that up, and you have kind of a more significant version of that first roll up that you made. but it's got the ingredients of the Hot Pocket. To me, that's the way you eat a Hot Pocket.
I did something similar with Pop-Tarts. What I do is, so that there's the Pop-Tart and I get frosting, and then you eat the edges, the ones that don't have the frosting, and then you get a knife and you slice it down the middle, and so then you'll end up with one side that's frosted, one side that's not. And then you get the frosted side and you scrape off all the jelly, you put it on the non-frosted side. You can either throw that part away or you can eat it, but then you're left with just the perfect piece of frosted pastry, and you just eat that. That is how you do it.
I've never seen Senovia eat that before, but I have seen Joseph eat other things where he takes it apart.
Yeah.
And I know what he describes sounds like he's gonna eat that slowly, but I know deep down Joseph will eat that whole thing like faster than you can eat your regular hot
You
pocket.
take apart a sandwich to eat it. It's like it's like those little crabs.
I do want to see Senovia eat a Pop-Tart now. Next time I visit.
Let's eat hot
One of us
pockets and
visit.
Pop-Tarts tonight.
Like a McMuffin. The correct way you eat a McMuffin.
Oh.
Top muffin off, it's just a buttered muffin. Perhaps you for the egg. You eat an egg, it's just a big round fried egg on the sandwich. You eat that. Then you have this perfect thing that is the bottom muffin, cheese, and sausage. You fold it up, it's a McMuffin taco. Best 4 bites of food you'll ever have.
How do you eat pizza?
You're gonna put me on blast like
Yeah,
this.
put you on blast. No, I'll tell you how you eat pizza.
Hey, go ahead, tell
You
me.
get 2 slices of pizza, first step. Then you take 1 slice of pizza, dump all of the toppings off of that pizza onto the other pizza. Then you eat that soggy piece of pizza.
You just eat that pizza skin?
Yeah. Pizza skin. And then you get the other pizza. You roll it up into like a burrito, somewhat pizza. Shove that into your face.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I don't hate that idea.
That's correct.
I hate the pizza flesh idea. Just eating that.
Senovia said that I dump the ingredients off. That's true, but I mean, I kind of scrape the ingredients off. I have just
Be
the
surgical
crust.
with it.
Yeah, just the crust, and then the base crust of the pizza with the sauce on it, and then I just have a whole clump of cheese and maybe pepperoni or whatever else. And I'll put that aside. And like Senovia said, and both of us eat the crust first on our pizza, so we both do that. So you kind of just have the flat, doughy triangle without the crust.
No.
And then you scrape all the ingredients off of that as well, so you now have 2 clumps of ingredients. And then you eat half of this pizza triangle. Yazeed is great. And so you have just this big flat thing, and you have your double ingredients. You put that in there, and you have a pizza taco full of cheese, but it's the most cheese.
And again, all of this takes like 15 seconds.
I'm a monster.
Yeah.
That's the thing is Joseph eats very fast. I see where I thought Senovia was gonna go this way. She said get 2 slices of pizza. I was like, I knew that, and I just make a calzone out of the pizza, and I just go for like a pizza sandwich.
That sounds great.
That's easy.
That is good.
I mean, but the thing is that me eating that is gonna take me longer than you eating your 2 seconds.
Him ripping it apart and reconstructing
Performing
it.
surgery on your pizza.
I like to take a pizza and I fold it and I bite the middle with like the crust part of it, and I make a little mask and I stare at Yazeed through the slice.
JC and I work in the same building, and we eat lunch together quite frequently, and he's done this to me at work.
Oh, I thought he was messing around.
I didn't do it. That was another person because I goaded him into it.
Trevor does do that when because we go to like Mama's Pizza. When people who don't know Mama's Pizza, it's like you just buy like a slice of pizza, which is like huge, like a massive slice of pizza. And then what he'll do is he'll fold it a little bit, and then he'll take a bite, and then he'll like unfold it, and then he'll like refold it and take another bite,
like
and then
making
he'll
a
hold it up
snowflake,
because it'll have
except
little
you can-
eye holes.
Make little eye holes and stare at your friends.
So
your pizza.
It's so wrong. It hurts me. But he does that to me like almost every time we go to Mama's Pizza. And now he's on my team, so we're gonna get that a lot, I think. No, I the pizza thing, I can't handle the pizza
How do
thing.
you eat pizza?
You take 2 slices and you fold them
Okay.
and you go for it. Or if it's like a really big slice, like Mama's Pizza or like 1702, you just like fold the whole thing. You go for it.
How do you eat deep dish?
You know how I eat
No,
deep
you
dish.
don't eat deep dish.
Yeah, I don't want
I give up halfway through
It's
and get made fun of by the waiter.
It's way too much.
Oh right, I remember when we went to Oregano's. Server made fun of you. Deep dish is fine, but I think we all kind of agree it's not real pizza.
I mean, I like a deep dish pizza, but it's more like a cheese covered in sauce level.
Cake.
Yeah,
It's like a bread bowl.
yeah, it's more like a bread bowl around cheese and tomato sauce,
Yeah, it's
like
good.
hot tomato sauce. Yeah.
Speaking of cake, I'm a baker, but also cheesecake is disgusting.
What?
You know,
Here come the
That's
hot
fine.
takes.
Here come the hot takes.
Okay, but no, your problem is with cream cheese. It's like you don't even like the cream cheese bake that you make.
Yeah, most of the things that I make, I won't eat.
Like, you love making peanut butter cookies and you're allergic to nuts. That's
I
so
make
weird
really
to
good
me.
peanut butter cookies, but I can't eat them.
do you just hate cream cheese?
I don't like cream cheese. I like savory cream cheese. So like
On a bagel.
what I used to do is when I make scones, you get cream cheese and you mix like onion, garlic, and like another cheese, and you make like a paste with it, freeze it, and then you chop it up, mix it into your like scone batter, and you make scones with it. That's really good. I'm cool with that. But like a sweet cream cheese, that sounds so gross.
I love cheesecake. It's like my favorite, one of my favorite desserts. Top
Yeah.
5 favorite desserts.
Yeah, I'm with Joseph on this one. Oh, I don't know about top 5. I think I put something else. I think I put other stuff.
Top 5 desserts, Yazeed.
It's hard.
That's actually super hard. Don't do that on
Yeah.
the spot.
All right, I'll tell you, like, generally, I won't be able to, like, play seeds, but, like, generally, like, ice cream's got to be up there. Like, just that mint chocolate chip ice cream, that's got to be up there for sure. Chocolate cakes, that's got to be up there. Cheesecakes, I don't know if cheesecake's in the top 5, but cheesecake's up there as well. I really do genuinely like mousse more than I like pie, so mousse, and like a chocolate mousse, would be up there.
It's like a soft pie without the crust. Like,
Yeah, I don't like pie crust is the thing.
Yeah, it's the worst
And
part.
yeah, honestly, that might be my top 4.
Do you like cookies? Do you like sweetbreads?
I don't like sweetbreads. Cookies, I don't find cookies dessert. That's like a post meal.
What about a pizookie
I've never had a pizookie.
You never had
I've never had a
It's just a
pizookie.
giant cookie.
with ice cream on it? A la mode.
I've never had a cookie a la mode either. Because traditionally places that have an a la mode cookie pizookie thing, they'll also have a big chocolate cake, and I'm more about the chocolate cake.
Not oregano's.
We never got. See, that's where like I made fun of me because I'm lactose intolerant, and deep dish pizza is a cheese wheel, and I can only eat so much cheese.
I've
before.
never seen Yazeed drive so fast after that meal. He was racing home.
I was physically sweating, like just my whole body was moist.
You were emotionally sweating too
then. I don't know if I even have a 5th one to put in there.
How do you feel about apple pie?
That one, I actually don't like apple pie except for when I do, and that's a stupid thing to say, but legitimately, like, if somebody was like, "Would you like some apple pie?" I'd be like, "No, I don't want apple pie." And then occasionally I get like a craving for apple pie, and then I really, really want apple pie.
It's so good.
What about you?
I love apple pie.
What about an apple pie with cheese?
No, I've heard of that with the American cheese on top.
It's like a northeastern thing, right?
I would try it, I think, but I don't
It's like
want to.
Cold slice of sharp cheddar.
Yeah, I thought it was American cheese. Because
No.
it melts better, because cheddar doesn't melt.
I don't know if you're supposed to melt it. Sometimes it's just like eat a hot pie bite and then a cold cheese bite.
The one I had was it's a slice of pie, and then before they baked it, they put on a little bit of shredded cheese on the pie crust.
What kind of cheese?
It was cheddar cheese, but it was like I think it was like a white cheddar cheese. So it wasn't American, so it wasn't gross. And then it was like really sharp, but then like super sweet because of the pie filling. And I thought it was really good. It like takes the place of the salt that you need. So
Yeah, I just go to I get one of those post-test little apple pies and some Velveeta. I just squirt that into my mouth and eat the apple pie.
This is really a food opinions show, JC, not whatever you're talking about.
Squirting Velveeta into your mouth, that's not food.
Why? Does anyone know why American cheddar cheese is like emergency cone orange? Like, I don't know why.
It's
Because
American
it's fake.
cheese. It's not. It's
Yeah.
like a separate type of cheese. It's
It's not
actually
real.
fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cheddar cheese and American cheese is like different species.
Yeah.
Like cheddar cheese is actual real cheese. It's delicious. It's fantastic. It's real. American cheese is made in a factory, and it's just made to melt.
It's like milk product.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like cheese.
When like you buy
product.
your orange juice and it says it's like the Sunny D of of cheese.
The other thing is I hate Sunny D, but I love American like trash cheese.
Oh, yeah, like a grilled cheese sandwich.
It's
American
different,
cheese
yeah.
is the best.
Yeah.
No, dude, Munster. Munster.
Okay, well, I don't
Monster
have.
is good.
No
This
one
guy
eats
has-
Munster cheese. I don't live in a mansion.
Yeah.
Manchego is really good for.
Is that a place?
No, it's a type of cheese. It's like this really like salty, melty white cheese.
You put me on the goat cheese recently. So
Goat
I
cheese
trust
is
you.
so good.
It's the goat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I trust your cheese opinion.
If you want a quick dinner idea, all you do is you caramelize some onions and you get a baguette and you toast it and you slice it. And then you smear on a bunch of like garlic herb goat cheese and then top it with the caramelized onions. And then you just eat it. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
Get
It's
the
very. It's
muffins
like a
fried.
traditionally French thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like literally you'll buy a baguette and cheese and like whatever else you want, and you
Yes.
just like go for it. Yeah,
It's
I've,
so
I've definitely done that before.
It's so good.
I eat it in my sink because the baguette's too
What?
big. Yeah, you just like stand and you eat it over your sink.
He puts it into the sink.
No,
Do you own plates?
I do own plates, but not big enough for a whole baguette.
Then cut it up.
Yeah, you
you
cut it.
monster.
Do you
What
have a cutting?
do I look like? I have time to cut up? No,
So
I'm
you
trying
don't
to
need
eat
cut
it.
it. Just snap it over your knee.
So wait, so you get like a baguette,
Yeah.
and then do you cut it at all?
Yeah, you open
You cut
it.
like the top.
Well, you know, you.
Oh, you're cutting it,
open it
like,
yeah,
lengthwise? And then you eat the whole thing?
Yeah,
Like Shaggy.
yeah.
That's like 10 pieces. That's like 10
Well,
servings.
so normally on Sunday I'll eat one meal. I'll eat my one meal on Sundays. I don't know why it
I don't
is.
think
I'm
I've
just-
ever seen you like eat food, and I'm discovering that you eat a lot of food.
Yeah, I eat a lot in a single sitting. I don't know what it is.
I'll never forget the cruise when we ate like 4 dinners, and then 30 minutes later you were like, "You guys want some pizza?" And you went and ate 2 slices of pizza while I was about to throw up. Unbelievable.
Personally, I forgot about that. The thing I will never forget about the cruise is when you guys first got on and you were waiting in line for the burgers and the dude just took them and just stacking them up on.
They had a line of food at the cruise place, and it was like, okay, well, you get burgers here, you get whatever here, and the kind of standard thing is you go to the burger bar, you get a burger, and you move on. But the guy just waited there and he was holding up the whole line, like, just keep them coming, keep them coming.
He had
Stacked up.
like 5 burgers. I was like, and you knew he wasn't going to like share these. These were his burgers.
You see the dead look in his face. He just
burgers.
keep coming.
He planned to die on this cruise.
Oh, that transitions to my question. So your last meal, you die tomorrow. What's the last thing? You can have anything you want, even from your past, or if it doesn't exist, or if it's not open or whatever. What do you eat?
I would want some red tamales. Just a bunch of tamales.
Wait,
Like
you say
where
red
from?
tamales like the candy?
Like red chili.
No.
Oh, okay.
What? That's hot tamales.
What?
I'm sorry, dude. I don't know.
Give him a break. He's different. You know?
I'm a
He
different flavor of
He
brown.
doesn't know anything.
Yeah, no, I would
He's
say
only
red
lived
chili
in
tamales.
Red
Tucson.
chili tamales.
My nana,
Oh, that's
she makes them the best.
Anything else? Or
I was
just
going to say for
tamales?
like 20 years.
Well, what's I mean, I can keep going, but like,
Like, what do you want to eat before you die tomorrow? That's what I'm saying.
She's gonna kill you tomorrow.
Oh, sorry.
Because I'm going to kill you.
It's happening, no matter what he says.
yeah, I don't know. I would just say tamales. Like, I just want a whole dozen, maybe more tamales. I can do maybe a pizza.
Just throw pizza.
Yeah, throw
Just like a
pizza on.
Domino's.
Just anything you can call a pizza. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tamales.
I don't know, like, because I hate the last meal question because I want like a Las Vegas buffet that I can just
You could do that.
romp around in before I die. Just like they're gonna find me already dead. Probably I don't need to get executed.
Exactly.
The guy from Seven, he just popped.
Yeah, I don't like that part or that whole movie really.
I never saw that movie.
Don't watch it.
It's yucky.
No.
The guy pops.
I don't know about that. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that at all, actually.
Also, Kevin Spacey's in it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Canceled.
Boo.
Yeah, that's rough. Like Horrible Bosses, I love that movie, but it's hard to watch.
Can't
But it's
watch
like,
it.
he's supposed to be the bad guy, you know? He's really
And he
bad.
is the bad guy.
Well, I get it. It's kind of okay then. He's a bad guy.
No, because by that definition, Baby Driver is still fine. For me,
Yeah.
my grandmother,
Yeah.
my grandmother's sister, visited us from South Africa once, and she made a fish curry. And when she asked me how spicy I wanted it, I said, as spicy as you can make it. And she did. And it was literally, when I put the first bite in my mouth, my face started leaking. Like my sinuses like instantly opened and my eyes started watering and I started sweating. And I ate the whole bowl. Like I just ate a whole bowl of it. It was so good. And I would eat it again
What
too.
was the spice?
I mean, it's like an Indian thing, so like a bunch of just mixed spices in there. It's super good, just like a bunch of chilies and stuff like that. And my grandmother makes a not as spicy version, and the reason she doesn't make a spicier version is that other people can eat it too. Because I was the only person who could eat it, so I ate what ended up being like for 8 people. I ate it all over the course of a day. Not to add on to the like Yazeed eats too much thing, but Yazeed is a straight animal. I used to. This is a true story. I don't know how I used to do this, but when I was working where I currently work still, like it was like 2 years ago, we used to go to Panda Express and I used to get the like box of chow mein, and then we would stop by Cinnabon and I'd get a Cinnabon, and then that would be my lunch for the day, and I'd eat both. And I have no idea how I would, because I went to Cinnabon somewhat recently and I ate one and I was like, I'm full.
It's like 1,200 calories in
Yeah.
one of those things, too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We did the math and I was eating like I think I was eating like 2,100 calories between the Panda Express and the Cinnabon
In one sitting.
in one sitting.
Like
for
back
lunch
to back.
at work, and then that doesn't include the breakfast I'd have before I got into work and the dinner I'd have after
Yeah,
work
the snack after lunch.
and the snack after lunch. That's true.
You do outdoorsy guys stuff, too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but...
No, I
It's a
think you
balance.
should keep doing it. Get that back in your life.
No.
What was your last meal, Senovia?
Oh, mine would just be like fried chicken. It's my favorite food of all time. Fried chicken, barbecue bacon wrapped shrimp. I would do macaroni and cheese. I would do Golden Corral's bread rolls.
Where'd you get the chicken from? Did you make it homemade or where?
No, I get it from Furs.
They're closed.
I know.
Okay.
This is an imaginary.
Reach through time and space. Get some furs.
If I couldn't do that, then I would do probably like Church's chicken. It's my favorite kind of chicken.
What did you think of that chicken that we had in New Orleans?
Oh, never mind that one.
Okay.
I would do that. We went to New Orleans and there's this place called Willie Mae's Scotch House, and it's like one of the oldest like restaurants, I guess, in New Orleans, and it was the best fried chicken I've ever had in my life. It was like super crispy, super juicy, really giant. And it was like literally like someone's house that they just renovated to be a restaurant, and it was so good.
Or does that sound like it's the story of the Princess and the Frog?
It kind of, I mean, yeah, it kind of is.
Beignets.
Oh,
The Cafe Du Monde did have the beignets.
I would need a whole other like last meal dessert edition thing because it'd be too much.
Hold on, bailiff. Let me get this, this dessert in.
This is different.
Yazeed, what would be your last meal?
He said the fish curry.
Yeah, the fish curry.
Okay.
That's so hot you instantly start sweating.
So you like spicy food then?
I can't eat a lot of it anymore, but if I knew I was gonna die, I'd just go for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would also be like, I want to eat a pound of crack.
Some deep fried crack.
Are you trying to die from the drugs, or put drugs in you to survive and get killed?
Give me the antidote to
That's
the.
true.
They're putting me in the electric chair for like 40 years.
And then we're just cooking, Jason.
Oh, they don't turn it on.
No, I don't know about that one.
I also don't know about my last meal pick. Having second guesses. I want something my mom made. It's more sentimental. But like put wheat oil in it or something.
What's like a food that like you know is gross, but like you know it's really good? So like for me, sorry, you can go.
No, you're.
For me, one of my favorite sandwiches is you get a piece of white bread, grape jelly, another piece of bread, and then you smash Doritos into it, and then you eat.
I don't hate that.
And you eat the sandwich.
That's what flavors are, is you mix
This-
them.
You know, so
That's
JC's
flavor.
JC's supporting you, you know, you messed up. That's not.
Ratatouille, he gets a cheese and a fruit and he bites them, and that's what that is.
Well, that's what a cheese plate is.
Yeah, and that's basically a
See?
cheese plate sandwich.
I have a cheese plate sandwich. Cause it's like salty from the chips and then cream, or not creamy, but like sweet from the grapes.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
It's
No.
so
You
good.
should, I'll try that though. I'm kind of curious.
My brother makes. I've never had this one. My brother makes it. It's a hot dog
I've had it.
and a hot dog bun, and he puts cheese and lemon
Yeah, he
and
made me
mayonnaise on it.
Oh,
and
that's
then he
not.
eats it.
That's not
Lemon?
crazy.
Lemon,
Yeah.
like lemon juice, yeah,
Why?
and barbecue sauce, I think, or something.
No,
Well,
he
there's
doesn't.
3
no,
condiments
no, he
on
doesn't
this
put-
one.
it's-
hot dog.
It's like
It's mayonnaise,
a sour
lemon.
light
Yeah,
a hot dog.
and then cheese. Yeah,
Mm.
he eats it pretty regularly, and I've watched him eat it, and every time I'm like, ugh.
You never tried it?
No,
Then how do you know it's good?
I don't know it's good. I was saying like I only eat things that I like.
But
Yeah.
that means nothing.
Yeah.
I like making ramen and throwing a slice of American cheese in it. Thing I've been doing
Do
lately.
you like mix it and let it melt, or do you just let
It dissolves because it's fake, and it just makes you just have a creamy ramen now.
Okay.
So
Why not
for
crack
it-
an egg in it though?
I do that too. I don't actually crack the egg in it while it's cooking. I crack the egg into my bowl, and then I pour the hot soup on it.
Oh, that's smart.
But I like I do that raw egg stuff all the time. Crack a raw egg into my mouth and shoot soy sauce.
My answer is I would just say that the way I eat in general is gross,
Yeah.
but I know it's good. Like the way I eat a burrito, for example, it's the same way I eat a pizza, same way I eat a sandwich.
There's one thing that you eat that is kind of gross.
What do I eat that's kind of gross?
Like unseasoned eggs.
I don't. So, I don't think that's growth. I mean, like, I'm just in a hurry. So, like, when I'm making scrambled eggs, I'll salt them at the end if I remember to. If I don't, though, like, I'll make an over medium egg, just get them real crispy, like a real crispy with a nice runny yolk.
Yeah.
And you pick them up by hand and you eat them. You don't need a fork or anything.
What's wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a monster. I'm just a little different.
This man eats eggs with his hands, and you're saying that that's nothing wrong with that?
Yeah.
Oh, I once ate chicken noodle soup with my hands. That was great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
watched him
you
pick
know-
out the noodles.
That's what I did.
You're a very tactile eater.
I just love using hands.
I know. You do really well in like India, where they eat a lot of their food with their
I
hands.
love
They do that in
Indian food. I
Thailand
just-
too.
Yeah.
If I ever wanted to go to India, I'd take you.
I would love to go to India. I have an old coworker. He's not old. He used to work with me, and he's from India. And he's like, he keeps telling me more and more about it, and it just sounds super rad. Except for the whole like crossing the street thing and
Driving.
yeah, just people, traffic, and all that kind of stuff. But the place itself sounds awesome, specifically northern India. Northern India.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never thought about visiting India.
I would love to be.
There's like a couple places I would love to see, and there's a couple places that I just like don't really have any interest in seeing.
Where do you definitely not want to go?
Definitely don't want to go. Maybe like Mongolia. Like I'm not super into like flat grassland area. Like,
Wouldn't you get like some Genghis Khan history type stuff though?
But
Wouldn't you be
you
into
get
that?
to see people with their hunting hawks on motorcycles.
that's true. My uncle was telling like a blog he followed about somebody who rode their motorcycle through all of Asia, and they rode through Mongolia too, and they got stuck, and they got like towed by a horse or something to the nearest gas station. I put that in quotes. And when she pulled up, they're like, "Okay, here we go. We're gonna put this gas in." She's like, "Wait, is that diesel or like regular?" And they're like, "What?" Like they didn't. Like it was like a really small village or something like that. And they did like a gas station that put in some form of gasoline in your car, and that was good enough.
great.
Yeah.
It's just water. They don't know.
They don't. I don't know. She said that it worked fine. Her motorcycle kick kept going. But yeah, Mount Mongolia is like one place that I wouldn't really like to see. Pakistan probably is in that list.
Let's make it. That's like what food, world foods, like what countries? Where would you want to go eat food? Try their food.
I can tell you what country I don't want to eat their food. Iceland. Like I don't want to try that like fermented fark. Yeah.
The Litix fish or something
The
like
fish
that.
that's been.
fish.
Luke fish.
Yeah, like, I don't want to try that.
But I mean, they probably have other stuff. That's just what they're known for. Is
But
their
it's-
fish poison?
It's like
Yeah.
soaked in lye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard it's not bad. I would try
You
it.
wash it off.
We want to go to Iceland.
I'd love to see Iceland, but I don't want to eat like their like cultural food there. I want to eat. I want to
Regular
I want to eat like Mickey D's or something while I'm there, dude. Like I'm not trying to eat fermented shark and stuff. But yeah, no, Iceland I would love to see. Basically everywhere in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty where he goes through, I would love to see. That is my favorite movie, and not because it's a good movie, but it's my favorite movie.
So are you saying that your favorite movie isn't good?
It was the right movie at the right time for me, but I don't think it's a good movie. Like it's a simple movie, but it was like it fit perfectly in my life where I needed it to.
Half Baked is a simple movie. I love that movie.
Would you say it's your favorite movie?
I don't think so. No.
What's your favorite movie then?
Pulp Fiction, because I'm boring. I'm like everybody else.
Nice.
Everybody loves Pulp Fiction.
JC, what's your range of favorite movies?
Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh,
What?
that's such a good one.
Kung
Really?
Fu Hustle by Stephen Chow? Yeah.
We just watched that one.
It's
I
like a
watched it.
Chinese parable. Like it's based off of old Chinese fable of like scumbag becoming enlightened.
That's a great movie.
That's pretty interesting. I've never.
Or Mad Max Fury Road. Or Into the Spider-Verse.
That was a really
Oh.
good one. That was a really good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I actually really didn't want to watch that movie, and then I had a friend who kind of forced me to go watch it with him,
Good.
and it was really good. Senovia?
Movies?
Yeah, favorite movie?
I guess the movie that like I can watch like front to back no matter. Well, all Disney movies, but a non-Disney movie I would say like Julie and Julia, Toy Story, Princess and the Frog, Coco, Ratatouille. Yeah.
Like I started start with not Disney movies, then
Well,
just
because
list like 4 Disney movies.
yeah, exactly. Because I really love Disney movies, so that's all I can answer.
Coco is great. That's probably my favorite Disney movie.
I still haven't seen it.
It's
I'm really afraid of watching it because the year it came out was this. You sang me my grandma passed away, and I was like, can't watch this.
Oh no! Oh no!
yeah, that's rough because the movie's kind of all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And then I saw like
that's dumb.
clips of the grandmas, like that looks like my grandma. And I was like, nope, can't watch this.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh,
Oh god!
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that movie. I don't know. It felt like another Disney movie to me though.
I'd go to Italy for food.
Ooh, Italy.
Going back to this though.
Yeah, Italy was really nice.
You've been to Italy?
What?
Yeah.
What the
He
hell?
went
For
on
what?
his little Euro trip.
Yeah, I've been to
Oh
Italy.
yeah, I forgot you like go places and do stuff.
His family does stuff
Yeah,
together.
yeah. That's the best pasta I've ever had in my life.
Mm.
An arrabbiata pasta in like a nice Italian place. Super nice. Yeah. Not like the place wasn't super nice. Like it was actually like kind of hidden, but it was like the food there was.
even better.
I would expect that's the best kind of place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite part about that is when we went in, that was like the one place we did like the full Italian style meal where you have like your appetizer and then you have like your antipasta and then your like pasta dish and then your like dessert and then like you end with like a espresso. And my brother didn't drink espresso at the time, and so what he asked for was he asked for milk with his dessert, and the waiter was like,
Oh, I remember this.
"What?"
Yeah.
He was like, "I'd like milk, please." And he got really close to my brother, and he was like, "You want a tall glass of cold milk?" My brother was like, "Yeah." And so he left, and he brought back like a little, not like a shot glass, but like a shooter almost. And then he put that down the table, and he unscrewed like a milk carton, but it looked like an industrial milk carton. Like none of the like. It's not like a commercial one, like for regular people to buy it, like no markings on it, just had like milk on it.
Yeah.
And he poured that into the glass, and then he closed it, and he like left.
Like uncomfortable with the idea.
Yeah, like he was like, this is an odd thing to ask for with the meal, with the dessert.
Just seems normal. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's normal for here. I don't think that in a lot of other countries they just drink milk straight up though.
It's also the same like peanut butter and jelly. It's like a weird thing to do.
I can see that. I feel like peanut butter isn't super popular outside of the U.S.
It's not popular as like something to eat on its own. It's like cook with this.
Yeah.
It's like if you saw someone just eating butter. Like, why are you doing that?
My cousin used to do that.
At the Pima County Fair,
Children
fried
do that.
butter.
Yeah.
There you go.
Deep fried butter or deep fried Kool-Aid.
Deep fried Kool-Aid?
What?
It just makes Kool-Aid powder with batter and you eat that.
That sounds awful, honestly
Are
though.
you serious?
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting.
Give it a shot.
All right.
I mean, I hate
I'm
it.
trying, but Well, we're gonna wrap up the food episode by going to get food.
Yeah, we are actually going to go to try out a Brazilian steakhouse, which I've been to and it's really, really good. So I'm hoping that everyone else enjoys it as well. And I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone else have any closing statements they want to make?
Tell us your hot takes on food.
Tell us your favorite
on
food.
Twitter.
Your last meal. That's what I want to know.
Ooh.
Yeah, tweet at us all your hot food takes. Send us emails of your favorite bugs.
No.
Thank you.
Eat bugs.
This has been episode 7.
Episode
Homegames
7
podcast.
of the Homegames podcast.
See you next week.
Bye.
Outro music.